Chelsea Gray ripping through and gets fouled by McBride. That's going to be her first.
Nice aggressive move by Chelsea Gray. She's a key component in the offense. The offense for the LA has struggled mightily over the last 3 games, averaging just 62 points.
Her role looks a bit different as well as Candace Parker is blocked by Asia Wilson. Gets her own rebound, misses everything, and Jackie Young pushing up the floor. Quick pop-up. Beautiful shot by Young. Chelsea Gray working her magic on the mid-range area. Kalani Brown with a nice turnaround, and what a move. You can see her getting more comfortable as the season progresses.
Coming off a DNP, coach's decision in Phoenix, so takes the floor early for Chiney and makes a difference right away.
Nice move on the inside, no hesitation. You can see the confidence level getting higher and higher for Kalani Brown, and Candace Parker has been a big part of that as well, taking her under her wing and mentoring her. Asia Wilson, mid-range jump shot, hits every part but doesn't go down, and Kalani Brown with the rebound. Chelsea Gray waving everyone to run up the floor, seeing if they can get some transition going. Kalani Brown once again over Liz Cambage. That one doesn't go with the left hand.
But you like the aggressiveness and the confidence to go right back to it.
Especially going against Liz Cambage. 6'8" frame, known to block shots, but as you said, not afraid. That foul is going to go against the Sparks, against Tierra Ruffenpratt. Her first personal foul, second for the Sparks, as Elena Beard is checking in the game on the next free throw.
So you certainly miss Nneka Ogwumike's presence for the season, averaging 28 minutes a game, 14 points. We've talked, Angel, her best rebounding numbers of her career at almost 10 a ball game, an assist and a half, a steal. So those are big numbers you're losing as Beard takes the floor.
Elena Beard came back in that game against Seattle Storm after missing 7 games due to that leg injury. Scored 7 points in that game, but 0 in Phoenix. Turnover by the Sparks, and quick in transition. You're gonna see that a lot. High motor for the Aces.
Yeah, just the explosion from half court and a terrific start in their transition game for the Aces.
You can see Nneka Ogwumike trying to talk down with Kalani Brown. And they are firing on all cylinders. Aces 10, Sparks 6.
First, have
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, hello.
painting.
Okay, sounds good.
Painting.
All we're doing is applying some very, very basic concepts. Think about the shape of the tree. I'll think about the shape of the tree. Okay.
Alrighty, Sparks fans, Reggie up here hanging out. Now look, each and every game that LA Sparks and Edwards Girls have teamed up to give you family a courtside experience of a lifetime. And today, I'm so glad to be here with the Suzuki family. They are today our winners. Congratulations. You know where you're going? Courtside. That's right, courtside, baby. We'll be sure to take it with them in the second quarter.
Welcome back to Staples Center. Mike Trudell down on the sideline with the Sparks trailing 10-6 early. You know, before the game, Derek Fisher was asked what he thought the key was going to be to playing well, playing effective basketball against Las Vegas. And he said, you know what? It's not really anything you might think. It's not X's and O's. It's not ATOs coming out of timeout. It's just energy. We have to play harder. We have to be the aggressor. We have to be like the kid who somebody comes into your yard and takes the toy. You got to go get it back. That was all he was worried about. He doesn't know if that's been super consistent, guys, over the last couple of games. That's where they want to try to get back to, playing that type of Sparks basketball.
Thanks, Mike. You're absolutely right. Mary and I were talking to Coach as well, and he said 3 things. Effort, he said defense, as far as the discipline and the energy. And that's exactly what they're looking for as right out of the timeout, Raquana Williams knocks down a shot.
So the reason Nneka has not started this ball game, we don't know if she's going to play or not. We don't have the official word on that. Is load management. Raquana pull-up jumper against Plum. We're used to seeing her dial it up from distance there, putting the ball on the floor.
And that's where you see the next level for Raquana Williams, where it's not just shooting the outside shot. Now, we know that she is a prolific scorer. She was holding that scoring record with 51 as Elena Beard runs through the passing lane, is going to shoot that left-hand layup, and it's no good. But she wishes she could get that one back. And
Too
a
deep.
quick 2.
Cam Beige does such a great job of coming down the floor, and she's getting in her position as she's dived in that lane.
And Kalani Brown answers.
Cam Beige, 25 pounds lighter than she was a year ago. She looks terrific.
Quick release by Cam Beige. She takes a tumble. And Chelsea Gray trying to push the pace, finding Kalani Brown, but that's going to be knocked out. It's going to stay with the Sparks. And at this point, you can see how Chelsea Gray is wanting to get Kalani Brown involved early in this game, as there are some subs for the Sparks as well as the Aces. Candace Parker will take a seat on the bench and a rest, and Liz Cambage will do the same.
Erica Hamby comes on the floor. She has done a great job coming off the bench for Bill Lambier.
Shanae Gumke slow to get up, but Mary, time and time again, we've seen this. The transition offense has been so solid for the Aces.
Exactly right. They're running a track meet, filling those lanes, and doing a beautiful job of passing it up the floor. Of their 14 points, 8 off the fast break.
That's another thing, just the discipline there, understanding what the Aces want to do as far as their pace. Bill Lambier said that's what they're trying to do with this team. As De'Erica Hamby pushes the ball up the floor. Jackie Young. Wilson rises up, but there will be a travel called, so Sparks get the ball back.
Vegas pushing the ball. McBride pass it ahead. Plum gives it up. The finish by Hamby.
But what's even more interesting, Mary, is that entire time that you're watching the transition, all the backs are turned for the Sparks. Shanae Gumake on the rebound, but it's blocked from behind by Jackie Young, so they will get the ball underneath. But that's another thing, just a level of communication, energy, effort in that transition defense that Derek Fisher is wanting to see more of from his squad. Elena Beard, pump fake but nothing there. Gets another one, the ball almost drops, but she will pick 2 free throws up here.
In this game for Beard, coming off the bench, she has started 407 games in her career, or played 407 games. She has started 402 of them. So this is just her 6th game of her career coming off the bench.
Still working her way back, as we said earlier, she knocks down the first one from the 7 games that she missed. We know that Candace Parker missed 7 games as well, as you can see her on the bench right now with Nneka Ogwumike, that is on the bench right now for load management.
And that steal by Beard earlier, her first steal of the season.
She's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. I'm pretty sure she has a couple of those left in the pocket. Elena Beard is covering Sugar Rogers. Jackie Young Kelsey Plum working the high rotation, finds Swartz underneath. And on that right side, she finds success.
Beautiful job with the pass. Just gave it to her exactly where all she had to do was just square herself up and power up for two.
It's very interesting, too, just talking to Bill Lambier about Kelsey Plum and her growth and understanding when and where to get her teammates the ball. As well as Chelsea Gray, but Kalani Brown can't convert. Quick pass out by Plum to Young. Quick dish, but too much. And they're trying to see who it's going to, and that's a quick one. Ball is going to Sparks.
I mentioned in the open, LA has lost 4 straight, their longest losing streak since July of 2015. For the Aces, they've won 4 of 5, and they're not happy with how they're playing despite the 4 wins over the last 5 games.
So what do you get with Chelsea Gray playing off the ball? More opportunities at the rim, as you saw there. Sugar Rogers can't connect, and here Kahambi on the boards. Nothing underneath with Quanta Williams, 1-on-3. Let's see if she can create some magic. Not quite, but Chinea Gwumike cleans up. No foul called there, and Kelsey Plum slowing the ball down for her offense, and with the in and out going right at Kalani Brown, but she's short. So Aces with the 1-point lead. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Behind the back pass to Chinea Gwumike, and that shot is no good.
And we're seeing a lot of that this season. Just people loading up on Chelsea Gray, leaving the screener open at the high post.
Rookie, Jackie Young, no good. And Chelsea Gray is gonna slow this down just a bit. Less than a minute here in the first quarter. 14 on the shot clock. Another behind the back, Kalani Brown. And that one is no good. Maybe something she's continuing to work on, but you like the confidence. Dearica Hamby, her shot is no good. And almost a turnover there as Chinea Gwumike wasn't looking for the ball.
Lonnie's given LA a lift since she's been on the floor.
Kalani Brown with the 7 minutes, Candace Parker with 6 minutes, and Chelsea Gray with the 2.
Beautiful job of clearing out that side so that nobody can come and run the double at Gray, and nice job rocking back.
5 seconds left in the quarter. Young trying to get all the way to the basket, finds Swartz for the mid-range, and you can count that bucket. That's going to give them the lead again to go into the second quarter. Aces 18 and the Sparks 17.
It's Las Vegas 18, your Sparks 17.
Just a beautiful job by Swartz. Read and react. Your teammate needs you. Pop to that open space. And they take the lead with that one.
Welcome back to Staples Center. Aces have the 1-point lead going into the second quarter. In the first quarter, the Aces shot 47% from the field, while the Sparks shooting 30% as well. Candace Parker makes her way back onto the floor, as well as Marina Mabry. Mary, another inside touch by Chelsea Gray, working the moves and once again showing us that she's got some tricks in the bag.
Beautiful job. You invert the offense, you put Gray down low, posting up, try to take advantage of her size and her strength, and she goes to work. A little bit of a double team, but the up and under, take the contact, all that strength, and finish.
How about the hezzy move, though, Mary, to get her off the feet? And you're going against a top-notch defender in Tamara Young, a league vet. And that's not an easy task to get past her. So with that bucket, the Sparks are up by 2.
Good start for Chelsea Gray, 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting.
So that's going to be a Sparks foul on Marina Mabry, her first, also the first team foul for the Sparks. And for the Aces, we have Rogers, Hamby, Cambage, as well as Sydney Holson and Tamara Young on the floor. Turnover by the Aces, that's going to be their 6th of the night so far. Candace Parker between the legs to the rim and 2.
And over the past couple years, this is where LA has excelled. Steal and go, steal and run.
Liz Cambage trying to work on the block against Janae Agumake, but all that attention on the inside opens up what?
Holson for 3, shooting 43% from deep, off the bench for the Aces.
And Chelsea Gray.
Like she's just throwing a bag of potatoes up in the air, but she's got such great body control with that ball. Perfect touch.
One of the best finishes in the league. Tamara Young finding Sugar Rogers with the pump fake, but that is another turnover, and Elena Beard is going to see if she can get some action in transition. Finds Marina Mabry, and that one is going to roll in for the Sparks.
So what's different for LA? Forcing turnovers, getting out in transition. They're just not stagnant in the half court.
Candace Parker said the best offense is our transition, and we need more buckets in that. She almost came up with the steal there as Tamara Young rises up, misses everything. And Candace Parker is pushing in transition. Finds Elena Beard, Chelsea Gray behind the back again to Elena Beard. And they're just gonna calm things down just a bit.
Just trying to draw Cambage out for the drive.
And the connection by Candace Parker, who takes a dive, and a couple of our video guys down there, but still finds Janae Agumake underneath for the layup.
And a timeout for Bill Lambier and the Aces as LA is on an 11-3 run coming out of that first quarter.
Sparks on fire to start here in the second quarter with a 7-point lead. We'll be right back.
Which is an organization inclusive of student
Welcome back to LA. Sparks went on an 11-3 run to finish that, to go there. But let's start first off, talk about, yeah, they battle on the court, but beyond that, before they started here, Liz Cambage and Janae Gwumike took a trip to Sports Center, and they were on there branding themselves and talking up the WNBA, and they are no stranger to the bright lights, Mary. You know that Janae Gwumike does broadcasting as well as Liz Cambage, a DJ. And underneath, Asia Wilson had nowhere to go, so falls out of bounds, and the Sparks will get the ball back.
And another turnover for the Aces. They average almost 17 a game, and that is their 8th.
And that will get Bill Lambier out of his chair. Not happy with the turnovers there. And Chelsea Gray, as we said, attracting so much attention. Candace Parker with the left.
All the attention that Gray gets, you could just feel it all flow to that right side of the floor, leaving Parker open at the top. You give her some space, she's going to find a way to bob and weave.
He's taking advantage of getting Asia Wilson off of her feet as Kelsey Plum working the baseline. That shot does not fall for her, and Janae Gwumike quickly dishes it off to Chelsea Gray.
Plum has really struggled shooting the ball over the last 2+ games.
Chelsea Gray rises up but misses everything underneath. But something we're going to say a lot in this season, Chelsea Gray to Parker.
Exactly right. You can see Asia Wilson trying to chase back, but she comes across high, and Parker goes right up the gut.
So 30-21 Sparks favor. And Jackie Young finds Asia Wilson at the high post. A lot of action around that mid-range area, and Kayla McBride, her shot doesn't fall there, but she went completely off in the first game in contest. First game of the season for the Sparks as well. Candace finding Mabry in the corner, but her foot is out of bounds. That means Aces get the ball back.
We saw Plum shoot a little earlier. She's 2 of her last 20 shots. The all-time NCAA score. Everyone knows she's a better scorer and a better shooter than that.
But more than anything, as Liz Cambage with the up and under, makes it look so easy, Mary.
And in the mid post, there's so much space. And at 6'8", we walked past her on the bench when we were talking to Bill Lambier. Great shape at 6'8". She is tough for Parker to defend one-on-one.
Parker outside for 3, and you can count that one as well. Candace Parker trying to get back to that double-double. She had one in the game against Phoenix right now, 9 points and 4 rebounds. But she does have a tough task defensively, trying to figure it out if she can stop Liz Cambage in the paint. Raquana Williams finding Elena Beard in the corner. Gets the ball back, and it's like the sea parted. And she finishes for 2.
Exactly right. Aggressive late rotation by the Aces.
Short by Young, but she gets her own rebound. 12 on the clock, and there's a foul on the floor. That one, no doubt, is going to go against Janae Gwumike.
She and Asia Wilson really going at it. Derek Fisher in his first year with the LA Sparks. Lots of challenges. Maria Vadiva playing in Europe in the Eurobasket Championships. Expect her back a little later in July.
And as you talk about Maria Vadiva, Mary, she went off on her career high, scoring 24 points against Las Vegas, shooting from outside, inside, and then that was her only game, and went off to Russia for the national team. Candace Parker working her way on the inside. You believe that she was looking for Kalani Brown, but she was not prepared. And that ball is going to go off the Aces, so Tiara Ruffin-Pratt gets rewarded. The Sparks get the ball back.
Excellent job by LA getting back in transition. Gave up a lot of easy buckets early.
Ten-point Sparks lead here in the second quarter. We got 4:30 left in the half, and the ball is tumbling out of bounds, and Candace Parker trying to plead her case, but still going to be Aces ball. Chelsea Gray trying to run to the table, doesn't make it in time, so going to proceed with the game. Once again, Liz Cambage going right at Kalani Brown. Is there an answer when she puts the ball on the floor?
Just feel like when Liz Cambage puts her mind to it, she can score from any spot against anybody.
Raquana Williams from deep. No good. Liz Cambage now with 2 rebounds, 10 points to add. Kayla McBride creating her own shot in the 3. So nice. Talked to her before the game. I said, do you get that you play like Klay Thompson? She said, I get it all the time. She said, people even say I walk like him sometimes.
That's an outstanding compliment, isn't it? Shooting 38% from 3 this season.
Ruffin Pratt to Mabry. Doesn't connect. Just like that. Aces within 5. Nothing there for Hamby. Hard screen. Frees up some space, but the shot is no good, and Tierra Ruffin-Pratt comes up with the ball. Another thing that Derek Fisher is proud of, just positionless offense. Anybody can bring the ball up the floor as Raquana Williams misses the outside shot. So there is a foul on the floor here. Raquana Williams is going to pick up her first personal foul. That's also going to be the 3rd team foul.
Liz Cambage, 10 points already, puts it on the floor. Strong move against Kalani Brown, and then she wants a foul. McBride comes across that screen for 2.
At the Sparks side, Elena Beard, back-to-back defense.
Best Western gift card after your first day. Book now at bestwestern.com.
How does Armor All harness the power of the Viking?
Dust! Dead! Grime! Dead!
Look! UV rays!
Hurry!
Go! Now!
Armor All. Protectors of cars. Defenders of fresh.
Ah, summer. And what's better than s'mores? S'more chili on that dog, please. This is Hormel Chili. We are Chili Nation.
My experience with USA has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't do USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
In just 15 minutes of play, a couple of assists.
Designed for exhilarating performance. Designed for your every move. This is the 7-passenger Acura MDX. Designed for where you drive.
8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
Welcome back to LA as the Sparks have a 5-point lead over the Aces with a little less than 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And we did mention that Nneka Ogwumike is out of tonight's game because of load management, but also Alexis Jones, who is not on the floor with her team after suffering leg injury in practice, and she is also on the sideline. She was at shoot-around today, but on the sideline in her slides, Mary.
It's a big loss. She played great in the loss at Phoenix. 3 for 3. Great trying to get back in transition and guard Cambage, and that's just not going to work.
At the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter, Candace Parker outside for 3, and she is fouled. A'ja Wilson picks up that foul there, and that's going to be her first personal foul. And Candace Parker will take a trip to the free throw line for the 3 shots.
We haven't talked much about Jackie Young for the Aces, but what a first half she's had. 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists.
#1 pick in this year's draft. Also taking the floor with her former teammate at Notre Dame. Won the title together in 2018, and then also being able to compete with one another going in the draft. And obviously Jackie Young going first, and then Marina Mabrey in that second quarter, in that second round. But we're going to take a look and see if Candace Parker's foot is on the line, or what are you seeing here?
Well, clearly when she left her feet, she was, yeah. That's what you call a short review.
Don't you love when it's confirmed for you? It's like, okay, great. We don't have to think too long about that one. Well beyond the 3-point line.
And at the line, shooting 3, #3, Candace Parker.
LA's done a solid job of keeping Las Vegas off the free throw line, where they do such a great job.
That's Candace Parker knocks down the first one. Let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Tomorrow night, the Phoenix Mercury hosts the Indiana Fever at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS Sports Network. Please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app for more information.
And how about Saturday on ABC, the Connecticut Sun at Washington. Top 2 teams in the league. And Connecticut trying to figure things out without Laysia Clarendon. Best wishes going out to Laysia.
Put a nice little tweet out with her leg propped up, gave us a lengthy, in-depth prognosis for her. Well wishes to you, Laysia. As there's a turnover by the Aces. Chelsea Gray at the top of the key, finding Kalani Brown, trying to get something going. Candace Parker working the baseline, but is stripped by Kayla McBride. Underneath, Kayla McBride had Tierra Ruffin-Pratt right in her face, but A'ja Wilson underneath, uncontested layup.
Just a beautiful job of running the floor hard, post, and then repost when McBride went up. Nice communication between the two.
And that is yet another turnover by the Sparks, 8 on the night. Trying to see if they can clean up Chelsea Gray to Candace Parker. A little too saucy for Kalani Brown on the inside.
Saucy?
And you can see Chelsea Gray just even talking to Candace Parker, just saying, let's get it together.
Gray, the look away, and just can't quite handle it. It's Kalani Brown, and you're headed the other way. It's a block fest the last couple of possessions.
So Candace Parker with the block, and it's less than 30 seconds here on the clock, and you can tell right now, Derek Fisher told his team, just because we're in LA doesn't mean we need to make the Hollywood play. Let's see if we can get something going.
LA has lost their last 2 games at home. The Staples crowd pretty fired up that they're leading.
4 on the shot clock. Candace Parker 3, no good. Raquana Williams gets the ball back, 5 on the game clock. She falls back, nothing there. Kalani Brown trying to clean up, and she does.
And that's how you end a half at home for Los Angeles. For the Aces, they did a lot of good things, but those turnovers, 10 of them in the first half, cost them 11 points.
And what a teaching moment even there. Chelsea Gray talking to Kalani Brown, who just hit the buzzer beater to go into the half and give her team the 40-34 lead over the Aces, who are second in scoring. And we're gonna go down to our very own third member of the team, Mike Trudell, who has Derek Fisher on hand.
No, we brought it in the first half. It's not perfect. You know, we're making some mistakes, but just old-fashioned competitiveness, man, and fight, we're showing it so far.
I mean, it's almost preseason for Candace. She's trying to get her way back. It still looks like Candace Parker at times. What's it been like getting her integrated back into the lineup, and how did you think that went in the first half?
Yeah, tonight is her best half so far since she's been back. The hard part for her is to keep it simple. You know, great players can do so many things, and it's hard to keep it really simple. And for her right now, the more simple she keeps it, the better she's going to be, and we're going to be as well.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, Candace Parker on fire so far, 12.6 rebounds. That will do it for the first half with the score 40-34. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with interviews, highlights, stats, and more right after the break. Welcome back to Los Angeles, where we've had an entertaining Welcome back to Los Angeles, where we've had an entertaining first half between the Sparks and Aces. Earlier today, Mike Trudell had a chance to catch up with Chelsea Gray.
All right, thanks a lot. So, Chelsea, look, in basketball, it seems so important that you want to get the cohesion level of your team up. It's been a challenge this year. You have some new players in. Candace just coming back. You and your spot at that guard position, how are you trying to filter that through the rest of the team and get everybody on that same page?
You know, just learning through experiences, learning, even though some losses you learn a lot more than others. And even in wins, sometimes covers up some things that you need to expound on in practice. So it's, you know, a little bit of growing pains going through the process, but we're trying to trust the process and learn from it and get better.
You've added some pieces to your game every season, showing even more of a scoring touch this year. Is there any focus that you have in the game about the areas in basketball that you want to show?
I think just from a leadership standpoint, taking that next step and growing each year and learning mentally how to be better for my teammates and for myself, and just competing, being the best shape possible, and just getting better in that way.
You guys have been used to going deep into the playoffs. How much of a challenge do you think this Las Vegas team poses as you think about going forward?
I think every team that you play during the regular season, you have a series with them, so we're just trying to win a series at this point. Playoffs is a long way off, so right now just game by game.
And just what have you gotten a sense of from working under Coach Derek Fisher? How's that relationship been?
Yeah, he knows the game mentally. You know, he's been in our shoes, he's been in our positions, and played with greats, some of the greatest in the world. So just being around that, and to the likes of I'm playing with Candace, you know, with NECA, and just having that mental capacity to be able to tell me certain things at certain moments, or just side conversations, and to just pick his brain about certain things from a point guard's perspective as well has been awesome. So I really appreciate that, and his competitive nature is coming out more and more as we keep going throughout the season.
Chelsea, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Great stuff. Well, we'll be right back with more halftime highlights and stats, all the coverage from us right here in Los Angeles right after this. Welcome back. It's halftime here at Staples Center. One of the brightest young stars in the league is on the court tonight, and we had the chance to go behind the scenes with last year's Rookie of the Year. welcome back. It's halftime here at Staples Center. One of the brightest young stars in the league is on the court tonight. And we had the chance to go behind the scenes with last year's Rookie of the Year, A'ja Wilson, to hear more about her relationship and bond with Team USA head coach Dawn Staley.
2 sets and 2 in a row. Oh, A'ja, you doing good, girl. That math, the WNBA is good for you.
The woman who played a big role in my basketball career would have to be Dawn Staley. She coached me for 4 years at South Carolina, and not only was she my head coach.
It can be anything, shot or drive? Yeah, okay. Shot or drive, okay?
It felt as if that she was my mom. She really helped me out with life stuff and also basketball. So she's played a huge role in my basketball career, and I thank her for that.
All right, well, we've got more halftime coverage on the way. We'll have first half highlights and stats when we come back. All right. Oh, shoot. This is loud. Okay, so basically, let's go down to Mike Trudell, who caught up with Bill Laimbeer earlier. Okay. And you're going to let me know when to toss to that? Okay. I was only saying that because I felt like I
looking at the Sparks side, Elena Beard, back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. Take us through the rest of the Sparks.
And you look at the young lady, the shooter, Chelsea.
On the other side for the Aces, Wilson, McBride, Swords on the floor, 3 years running for the Aces. Badiba takes the first shot.
Okay.
Sparks. Wilson.
Get started for free today at
That's
homelight.com.
outside, but all the action has been happening in the Staples Center. Mary, we said it was going to be a battle of the front court, and that's exactly what we have right now. Candace Parker going off, matching her season-high 12 points.
On 4 of 7 shooting, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, but 7 turnovers. She's got to clean that up for LA to win this ball game, but she was in attack mode early, and certainly her teammates responded. And talk about responding. Liz Cambage, we all know how good she is, and she was all that. 12 points, 6 of 7. I'm sure Bill Laimbeer would like to see her get some more looks. 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. Just see how well she moves left to right. Power, takes it right to Kalani Brown, puts it on the floor with the finish.
Once the contact does get the basket, though, Liz Cambage has 10 points or more in 42 straight games. Well, Mary, we're going to make that 43. That's the longest active streak in the WNBA. When we're looking at the first half stats, is there anything in particular that stands out to you?
Well, both teams struggling at times, turning it over. Who can start shooting the ball a little bit better?
Dead even for the field goals, 42% for the Aces, 41 for Los Angeles. Of course, the turnovers for both squads, giving up those points. 9 turnovers for the Sparks have led to 10 points for the Aces, and 10 turnovers by the Aces have led to 11 points for the Sparks. So they're
He, pleasant as always, just said quite simply, turnovers. That's it. The turnovers bugged him, was not thrilled with the performance in the first half.
I'm embarrassed for our team and our players. He's disturbed that when the going gets tough, that they're just not responding the way he wants. So we'll see what happens here in the second half for Las Vegas.
Derek Fisher has to be pleased with the performance from his team in that first half, especially when you have one of your leading scorers and top in the league as far as rebounding, with Nneka Ogwumike out for load management on the bench, but other pieces have been able to step up. Chelsea Gray with 10 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Chiney Ogwumike got the nod for the start. Right now, she only has 4 points, but it's the 5 rebounds with her being so efficient on the glass.
Exactly right. Lots of hard work there. Kelsey Plum played 18 minutes, did not score, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists, but 0 for 7 from the floor. Asia Wilson just 2 of 6.
And that's a player that they want to see if they can get her going. She's averaging 15 points this season, only with 5 in the first half. And so with those touches, she's been a playmaker. She can do it all, but right now hasn't been able to connect, as you said. Going 2 for 6 from the field. Now we're in action. Candace Parker as Asia Wilson has a matchup. Asia Wilson with the steal, jumping in the passing lane, and that's great defense to start off the second half for the Aces. A little bit of confusion on the offensive side for the Aces, and they only have 9 on the shot clock as Asia Wilson pulls up, and it's still a struggle for her so far tonight. Candace Parker, beautiful pass underneath to Chiney Ogwumike, fumbled it just a bit, so she couldn't get the layup, but she does get the foul that's picked up on Liz Cambage.
The other thing about a fumble is then it can't be a travel because she never had control. Beautiful pass from Parker, and Chiney, maybe because 6'8" is looming behind her, could never quite corral it.
Not often do they get open looks underneath, so almost one step at a time, catch, and then eyes at the rim. As Chelsea Gray working that high post. Candace Parker going against Asia Wilson, but that's partially tipped. And McBride pushing the pace, pop and stop. And that's no good. Chiney Ogwumike with her 6th rebound.
McBride was cold in that first half as well. So the perimeter scores for the Aces having trouble getting it going.
No-look pass by Chelsea Gray underneath. Moving without the ball is vital for this offense for the Sparks.
We talk a lot about growing and getting to know each other better. You can feel it coming together a little more tonight.
It's everyone seeing if they can be a playmaker, but Chiney Ogwumike once again underneath. That one doesn't fall. She wanted the foul there. But it's what the players are doing without the ball that counts, especially when you have playmakers such as Chelsea Gray and Candace Parker with the ball in their hands. Liz Cambage up and under, and that's another beautiful finish on the right side for Liz.
Yeah, when she gets the ball, I mean, Parker's just throwing her body at her. She's just too strong and too big.
Chelsea Gray off the Chiney Ogwumike screen, off the glass, and it drops. And she said you can count it, wanted the foul as well. Everyone wants the foul tonight. Liz Cambage without hesitation, and there's no uncertainty in her shot. I mean, Mary, she does hold the scoring record, 53, which was once held by Raquana Williams. she's underneath, finds Tierra Ruffin-Pratt for three, and that's another player for the Sparks that has gone completely off on the offensive end.
Ruffin-Pratt, just when she's got the time to really gather herself, doing a better job this season of making those shots.
Wilson to the bucket. And that's what we're used to seeing from the reigning Rookie of the Year.
Swing the ball inside, and the explosion to the bucket. Handle the contact. Asia Wilson. One more time. All that strength goes by Parker.
And she gets the free throw to go as well, which brings it to 47-41 Aces. I'm a little disappointed. We didn't see her patent roll out of bounds, the volleyball roll that she usually does underneath. The 3 points either way. Tierra Ruffin-Pratt once again from the three-point line.
Nice job of recognizing you make one. Let's see if you can make two.
And still getting that respect from the league from the outside. So they're baiting her to shoot the shot, and she's been able to knock it down.
Great box out by Chinea Agwuemeke.
Raquana Williams all the way to the rim, and she meets Liz Cambage that is not having it in the paint.
Former Tulsa teammates. Cambage trying to get her teammates going. Raquana thinks she sees some open space, but
until 6'8" appears.
The window got shut.
That shot no good, but Tierra Ruffin-Pratt for the second chance opportunity, really getting some nice minutes on the floor.
Asia Wilson with all that length, she can be 2 steps back, but still be able to contest a shot.
Nice movement by the Aces, but nothing but yellow jerseys around Liz Cambage as Candace Parker finds Raquana Williams. Chelsea Gray from deep. That shot no good. Asia Wilson got a hand on it, and Sugar Rogers pushing the ball up the floor. So Asia Wilson over Candace Parker. She had 5 points in the first half, and she is going in the second.
Yeah, you could feel it coming.
So it's been Asia Wilson going off 5 points in the first half, and she's matched that already here in the third quarter.
Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Staples, and if you want to see magic, you want to see Chelsea Gray, who has gone completely off, not just in the first half, but carrying it over in the second.
A 40% three-point shooter over her career. You see her down low in the post, and here, cup it, finish. 12 points, 4 assists, no turnovers. In the loss to Phoenix, 7 assists, just 2 turnovers. So over the last 2 games, 11 assists and only 2 turnovers. She's playing very well.
You can see Raquan Williams bringing the ball up right now. Derek Fisher talked about Chelsea Gray in her new role of coming off of the ball, wanting to get her more involved with the offense. And it's been a great start for her, seeing her in that position. And as Liz Cambage a little perplexed on what just happened there.
Liz Cambage is one of those players you want to have like just a camera on her because her expressions are priceless. The reach here.
She has a point. Still trying to figure things out. It looked like it was all ball, but nonetheless, Tierra Ruffin-Pratt steps up and knocks down the first one. Liz Cambage, we know that she DJs. She's also talked about this being one of the 2 places where she wanted to land in the offseason, saying that Candace Parker is a sister for life and wanted to be here, but said it's so perfect for her in Vegas. And the first thing she did once she got to Vegas was meet up with a few of her DJing buddies, and it's been a perfect fit for her.
Well, if you think about every hotel, every casino, every club has their own DJ in Vegas. There's a lot of great DJs to work.
And there's one DJ finishing at the bucket once again. Liz Cambage, 18 points.
On 9 of 10 shooting. Give her the ball and get out of the way.
Chelsea Gray somehow finds Kalani Brown underneath, but just a little bit too much foot traffic, and that's going to go out of bounds. They do get the ball back with 14 on the shot clock. Candace Parker, short. Young finds Asia Wilson underneath.
That is such a beautiful move. That reverse step back creates space.
Because we've seen how productive she can be from just the high post area, knocking down her shot. But you said it, Mary, just her ability to face up, put the ball on the floor, or score right there. It's tough to guard. Chelsea Gray, in and out. It's going to be a long 2 if it goes, and it does.
And the second it left her hand, she knew that thing was going down. Just give it 2.
Becky Young. Liz Cambage pulling up, and that one doesn't go. Rare miss for Liz Cambage in tonight's game. Candace Parker finding Chelsea Gray. And there's a lot of contact underneath between Liz Cambage and Kalani Brown.
They're going to take a look at this. There is a lot going on down low between Liz Cambage and Kalani Brown.
And all 3 officials.
Liz giving her version to her teammates.
And I'm pretty sure Kalani Brown is giving her version to hers.
Well, Kalani took exception.
So this is the second time we've seen Chelsea Gray talking with Kalani Brown, and you could see the contact there. And I think just with the hair.
Yeah, I think Kalani got upset that her hand got stuck in her hair. Right there. And then the push in the back as a retaliation.
There's a lot to discuss there, but I'm not sure how I would respond if someone yanked my hair.
Well, the decision's going to be, do you give Liz Cambage a penalty because her hand got stuck in the hair?
Inadvertently.
Because certainly Kalani Brown retaliated with the shove in the back.
going to speculate what they're going to call here because this is going to be a tough one. You're looking at both sides, definitely getting involved with the physical part of things. But they are walking away from the score table. Hoping we can get a response soon. They've been good so far. Tierra Cruz, Randy Richardson, and Jenna Schroeder for our officials. So after the review, a technical foul is going to go against Kalani Brown, and a flagrant foul is going to go against Liz Cambage. And that's what it comes down to, is it inadvertent or was it on purpose with the hair tug at the end, which led to the push by Kalani Brown.
We showed it here in the building a couple of times. Kayla McBride talking to the officials, trying to make her case for her teammate.
So Sparks will shoot the technical first. Pardon us, Aces will shoot the technical first. As Kayla McBride will step up.
Assumption that the flagrant one on Cambage meant that the pulling of the hair was intentional? Is that a safe assumption?
I would say so. They wouldn't draw that conclusion without that being the case. And now Kalani Brown is going to step up and shoot her free throw. And knocks it down, and that's the first one of two.
Cambage. Mic her up.
All right, careful what you wish for. And that's going to be 2 free throws for Kalani Brown, and they will get the ball back on the side. So if you're just joining us, very entertaining second half so far, a lot of contact underneath. And it's been the story so far. Kalani Brown still battling underneath, goes right at Asia Wilson, and we're seeing this rookie emerge.
Double figures for Kalani Brown.
As Sugar Rogers tries to get something going. Misses completely in Chelsea Gray. Working, finds, or is looking for Elena Beard. But we have to go back to Kalani Brown and how she's demanding the ball in the paint.
Strong post up. So Cambage sits. Kalani Brown stays on the floor. They go right to her, and she responds.
Respond indeed. Now has 10 points. That is her career high. She continues to gain the confidence, gain the minutes.
Gain the trust.
Absolutely. Candace Parker said, what I like about Kalani Brown is that she is so receptive. So if there's something that we need to go to her about, if she wants to learn, she's going to ask. And she's also listening to what we have to say as veterans. And that's everything you want to see in your rookie or anybody on the team.
And especially, Angel, when you think about, she's coming off a DNPCD in Phoenix. You know, Brittany Griner's down there, and all she did is sit and watch that loss. So she comes in, stays prepared, works hard this week, and her first career double-figure scoring.
Was battling underneath Chelsea Gray, tried to find her, and she could not finish, got blocked underneath. Young, outside, and that shot does not fall for her as there's a lot of contact. And Erica Hamby.
Yeah, she just got clocked by Chene. That's a good call. Crowd doesn't like it here at Staples.
No one's not. You're not going to see a lot of fouls that they agree with. If you're looking at the home team, that's her 3rd personal foul.
Miss Hamby, but she stays active for the O board. And just gets chest butted by Chene.
So our angle showed the contact the most. And indeed, there was a foul as Sydney Colson is back on the floor. Asia Wilson. That shot is no good, but she is at 12 points. certainly looking for her shot more in this second half. Chelsea Gray trying to see if she can get a post move going against Sydney Colson, attract some more jerseys. And that shot is no good. Good shot by Chelsea Gray.
Well, she's trying to take on a double team. Someone had to be open.
Asia Wilson going up against Kalani Brown. That's no good.
Defense by Brown, not to foul.
Raquana Williams works the baseline, works the backboard, and gets the bucket. And Raquana Williams, 6 points on the night.
And LA continues to play well. Little inside out, explosive step. Takes on the guts of that defense.
So Liz Cambage as well as Candace Parker back on the floor for the final 2:07 of this third quarter, as Raquana Williams looks to seal the deal with this and one. It does.
And we've talked about how pivotal this game is for both teams. Las Vegas and LA will play 4 times this year. Las Vegas won game 1 to open the season. So if LA can win this game, they will even the season series.
Candace Parker with the rebound, pushing it in transition, finds Kalani Brown. No contact there. You can see everyone on the floor. At this point, they're really looking for Kalani Brown, rewarding her for moving in transition.
She's got a good smile on her face as she looks over to her coach.
It's a good sign.
Cambage, her 3rd personal. Jackie Young's got 3 personals as well. But it's so important when you play Las Vegas to try to be even at the free throw line, and LA's done better than that. Right now, they are +8 at the free throw line.
And right now for the Sparks, they are a perfect 12 for 12 from the free throw line, as the 83% free throw shooter Candace Parker looks to knock down the second. And of course,
the jinx.
Next time, I'm just not going to say anything at all. That's just going to leave it, see how that ends up. Dearica Hamby outside for 3. You can count it.
33% three-point shooter.
And they really needed that 3. Los Angeles' biggest lead is 14. That's going to bring it within 11. Kalani Brown up and under. And this crowd was waiting to erupt if that were to go down. Turnover by the Aces, 12th turnover on the night. And it's just going back and forth, but there's a kick ball on the floor.
Boy, Colson did a beautiful job just trying to get a piece of something on that ball so that Parker would not have a layup. But that's your job, get back and make a play. She gets in the stance, stays active. And she's trying to make the point that I didn't kick that. And they reverse that call. It's going to go to the Aces.
So sometimes it is okay to plead your case, and she's not one that is looking for reversals often, so that one works in Sydney Colson's favor. Less than a minute here in the third quarter. Kalani Brown with the tough task of Liz Cambage. Marina Mabry trying to see if she can help on the inside, but picks up the foul there.
Mabry can't believe it. Parker can't believe it.
The crowd can't believe it.
Cambage brings it down. Here comes Mabry in with the hard double.
It's been a battle, I mean, on both ends of the floor. So if you go in there, there's going to be a lot of action going on. But what comes of this, not sure. If they go to the table, are they looking for if there's a shot to the upper body on Mabry? Because that's what she was
swinging
actually asking for.
But her elbow never connected. But Mabry does a great job. Dropping to the line of the ball, harassing the basketball.
that's where you want to see that, and especially being more aware of who has the ball on the floor. The officials have broken up the huddle, and they are trying to get the ball on the sideline. Still waiting to see what the official call was. That's very interesting there. I guess they reversed it there.
The foul's on Mabry. It's the fourth team foul on Los Angeles.
And that's the 13th turnover by the Aces. And Sydney Colson trying to see if she can work the official for one more reversal call. So the Sparks will get the ball back. 41 seconds here in the third. Fresh shot clock. Candace Parker going against Erica Hamby. Five on the shot clock. On the inside for Brown, and she gets the foul against Liz Cambage, and Liz Cambage now is sitting at 4 fouls on the night.
Again, just a great job by Kalani Brown trying to gather herself. Make sure you've got the basketball and does not back away. You go into Liz Cambage, create some contact, and confidence growing in the rookie post player from Baylor.
She's been fearless. She's had a tough task going against some big opponents. Didn't see her against Griner, but even with Sylvia Fowles, a player that she said, that's one person in the league that I wanted to mock my game after. So it's going to be tough not to fangirl, but has continued to gain some confidence against these players.
But really those 2 points. One, be patient. Make sure you've got the ball. Two, when you go strong. Don't back away from a big.
10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Sydney Colson working the top screen all the way to the bucket, and once again gets the bucket at the rim. We'll see if Raquana Williams can get things going from the outside, and you can count the bucket for Raquana Williams.
And the emotion from the bench from Los Angeles. It's like it's a playoff game winner.
But you want to see that energy, that excitement from this team. The officials are going to go to the monitor to see if she got the shot off. As you can see right here, the pump fake to get the 6'8" body up.
That's 2 points. Take one more look at it.
So as the officials look to see if that shot was good, which we think is money for Raquana Williams, we'll be right back.
The 6'7" rookie out of Baylor is having a career night against Liz Cambage. Moving well without the basketball. Terrific hands. We go high-low, come back right, little hook shot. Perfect. Swing it, take on Hamby. Beautiful roll, nice touch. Great confidence, good patience. And in a night when NECA is not playing because of load management, Kalani Brown helping with some heavy lifting.
Absolutely, her career high 12 points in the 18 minutes, but she is playing with a certain swagger right now, and the confidence that she has, not just on the offensive end, Mary, but it's defensively as well, guarding Liz Cambage, and even with Asia Wilson. That's no easy task for anybody in the league. For her to do it as a rookie is pretty impressive.
Exactly right. Turnover, aces.
Long three by Raquana Williams, and that's going to get the crowd up, all 10,000 plus of them.
And this is what Bill Lambert's been talking about. We are seeing adversity. What's going to happen? We cannot turn into, as he calls it, mush. We have to learn how to respond.
But then also the Sparks have to finish and have the discipline to finish games. That's what Derek Fisher is wanting more of. Close to a turnover, but Tamara Young gets the ball back underneath. No foul is called. And
Parker is
Parker
down
on the floor.
And she's up.
Good sign to see Candace Parker not just waving to the bench, but waving for the ball back. 10 seconds on the shot clock as we are now in the fourth quarter of this game. Parker against Hamby. I'd say the face is okay.
Not many players can do what Candace Parker does.
Trying to go for the steal, Dearica Hamby. Nice finish over the left shoulder.
Ace is desperate for some help from the perimeter. McBride, 1 of 6. Plum, 0 for 8.
And what a beautiful backdoor look by Mabry, finishing on the left side. The offense for the Sparks, you can see it now. Things are starting to see if they can get some consistency going and string things together.
4 players in double figures for Los Angeles.
And Candace Parker picks up another turnover, passing the ball to Raquana Williams, who unfortunately was still in the backcourt. So with that, Kayla McBride is coming back in for Plum, and Carolyn Swartz has a stop sign at the scores table, and she will be brought in on the next dead ball. Liz, quick toss back to Tamara Young, and that two-man action didn't work well. Trying to see if they can get her some touches underneath, but she's attracting so many Sparks jerseys. Definitely an adjustment we saw from the first half.
Just a tough night for Las Vegas, the #1 rebounding team in the WNBA, and in this ball game, LA, who struggles to rebound, LA is +6 on the boards.
But picks up their 14th turnover. Dearica Hamby all the way in for transition. And those type of plays will lead to a timeout for the Sparks. Derek Fisher trying to see if he can get things and his team back on the same page. But right now, it's been all Sparks, 73-57. Welcome back. Los Angeles' biggest league has been 18, but the story of the night is basically every single quarter has ended in a buzzer-beating, beautiful shot. And so, fans, we want to know, what's your favorite? When you're looking at the first, second, third quarter, we're not sure about the fourth quarter yet. But which one is the best to you, Mary?
Carolyn Swords, you got Kalani Brown, and then Raquana Williams. I like Kalani.
I like the Kalani one. She was scrappy underneath. I like that one too.
Keep your composure.
See, if that was me, I would have clanked it off the backboard, just nervous about the time running off the clock. Beautiful backdoor by Elena Beard. Wishing she could get that one back. Misses everything. Jackie Young pushing all the way in the paint, but somewhat of a forced shot.
The Aces second in the WNBA in scoring at 81 a game, struggling to score points tonight here at Staples.
And an outside shot by Raquana Williams. Just a gentle reminder, Sparks fans, she is lethal from outside. Swords with the matchup against Kalani Brown. And Young can't connect underneath. Mabry slowing things down a bit, getting everybody on the same page.
In LA, the last 3 games against Washington, they scored 52 points. At Seattle, 62. At Phoenix, just 72. Tonight, 76 already.
So that's their offensive side, Mary, but let's talk about the defensive side. The last 4 games that they had in the losses, that's a miss for the Sparks. 92 points they gave up, 81, 84, and 82. Tonight, the Aces are sitting at 57. Mary, this is the second highest scoring team in the league.
It's one of the things that Derek Fisher just stressed so much to us. It's about fighting at both ends of the floor. It's a pressure release there for the Aces. McBride.
76-60. Right here with Ray Murphy and Mike Trudell. And Shanae Agumake up and under is a bit short and Hamby. Trying to see if she can come with the ball. Young. Tamara Young yet to get on the scoring board. And with the penetration there, picks up the foul, and that's going to go against Elena Beard. That's going to be her first.
Aces came into this game 6-4, having won 4 of 5 in 3rd place.
And also tied with Seattle in that spot. Let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule on Saturday. The Connecticut Sun, red hot Connecticut Sun at that, head to the nation's capital, take on the Washington Mystics at 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Head to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app for more info.
And the Mystics have won 4 straight.
Led by Elena Deladon, who GM say that she could be the MVP of the season. As Tamara Young pushing the case, finding Dearica Hamby, but Candace Parker right there to disrupt the pass. Chelsea Gray, Tierra Ruffin-Pratt in the corner, and that shot is short. Under 5 minutes here in the 4th quarter as Kayla McBride knocks down the 2nd consecutive 3 here in the 4th quarter.
One of those players, when she starts heating up, she can really do some damage.
And if you need a bucket, you look at Chelsea Gray. She makes things happen. Carolyn Swartz finding McBride once again. Beautiful shot, doesn't go for her this time. But Jackie Young in the right place at the right time, doesn't get the bucket, but will go to the free throw line for 2.
Foul charge to Tierra Ruffin-Pratt. Second person, second team foul.
So Jackie Young, the number #1 overall draft pick in the WNBA draft, also has a name, a street named after her, Jackie Young Way. She led Indiana, boys and girls, in scoring, scored over 3,000 points in high school. Naismith Award winner, won the title that year as well. So of course, I would think that she would get a street named after her as well, that led straight to her high school.
And a career high tonight with 9 assists in just 28 minutes of play.
So for a player that is known for her scoring ability, she has gone on record saying she's a sponge and just wants to do everything for her team. As Chelsea Gray with the outside shot misses everything, and the Aces will get the ball back.
Young, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists.
Tiara Ruffenpratt trying to see if she can stop McBride, and does. Numbers for the Sparks. Chelsea Gray to Raquana Williams. Lightning strikes, not once, not twice, but 3 times for Williams.
Very focused tonight. 18 points, 6 rebounds. Raquana Williams.
What a night for Raquana Williams, as underneath Chinea Gumake and Candace Parker come up with the block underneath, but Raquana Williams in her first start of the season is going completely off. Taking a look on the defensive end.
Block shot there. Raquana had 25 at Minnesota, so not a season high.
Asia Wilson willing her way to the rim and picks up.
Just starting to get a feeling over the last couple minutes what is one of the great things that the Aces do, and that's put the ball on the floor and create contact and get to the free throw line.
And every single player, especially their front court, those players are able to do that. Liz Cambage, she can stretch the floor, can also score on the inside looking for a shot. Asia Wilson has emerged in this second half, had only 5 points in the first half, sitting at 13 now.
The other thing the foul does is stop the clock.
81-68 Sparks with 3 minutes left here in the game. Tiara Ruffenpratt finds Candace Parker, but right now, time is on the side of the Sparks. So they're working the clock. 5 on the shot clock. Raquana Williams rises up again. And that one's no good.
Great save by Parker. Active arms. Read the eyes of the passer, because Hamby was wide open.
Long lead from Candace Parker.
Tough night for Chinea, just 3 of 10.
But it's the balance that Coach Fisher is looking for. So if she has a tough night, if she's going to step up, and so many people have, as De'Erica Hamby is now with 9 points, 11 points in 20 minutes.
12 points, 9 rebounds for Hamby. Had a double-double in the first meeting with Los Angeles.
4 on the shot clock. Chelsea Gray rises up, and that shot is short. But once again, Kayla McBride pushing the issue. Finds Tamara Young outside for the 3, and that one's no good. De'Erica Hamby now with her 10th rebound. 11. And the bucket. Now has a double-double.
And it's a 9-point ball game. Raquana Williams parks it in the corner, lines it up, and knocks it down. 3 threes on the night.
Welcome back to LA. Sparks with the 81-72 lead. There's a lot of time in this game. Sparks' biggest lead was 19. And with some last-second shots by McBride and some easy buckets and stopping the clock at the free throw line as well, the Aces have found themselves in striking distance, seeing if they can get things going for themselves. 1 point of a reference. The first contest between these two teams, Kayla McBride completely went off, had 29 points and 7 rebounds. Kayla McBride now tonight is sitting at 10 points and 5 rebounds, but we've seen her really force the situation in this second half.
And you need that. 4 players in double figures now for the Aces. They're in a stretch of games where out of 7 games, 6 at home. This is their only road game. They don't go back on the road until the 7th of July.
Working down into the shot clock once again. That is no good, but it comes down to the second chance opportunities. Huge rebound by Jeanette.
Her 10th of the night.
Which leads to Candace Parker in her second 3 of the night. And that's gonna lead to a timeout for the Aces.
Parker, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. The offensive board by Shanae opened up that opportunity by Candace Parker. And really the message tonight is Parker is back.
Held the follow through just a bit. She said, I'm taking it day by day. Well, tonight she has definitely taken a step in the right direction. Candace Parker, 18 points, 1 rebound shy of having another double-double. She has 3 steals and 3 blocks. And while we're on that topic, congratulations to Elena Beard. 700 steals with the steal that she had tonight. One of 3 WNBA players to ever do it, and then Candace Parker with 300 or 400 steals.
She has a ways to go.
Well, she's, yeah, you know, Elena Beard. She's only the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. As there's a foul on the floor against Tierra Ruffin-Pratt.
We've talked all game long about how pivotal this game is. LA, with a win, would end a 4-game losing streak, the longest since 2015. It would end a 2-game home losing streak, and even the season series with Las Vegas.
Sydney Colson trying to thread the needle to Carolyn Swords, but they still get the ball underneath. 11 on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. Carolyn Swords gets the ball to Plum. 6. It's going to be a deep 3 here. And can't get the ball off. That's got to kill you if you're the coach on that side, knowing that you want that shot to get up there.
You need a shot and you need it quick. Next game up for Las Vegas, Indiana at home. Saturday night at 7:30.
Candace Parker working it at the free throw line, finds Chelsea Gray. 3 on the shot clock, rises up. Chelsea Gray, the bottom of the net. And that pretty much seals the deal.
LA with Nneka Ogwumike not playing, puts 86 on the board against Las Vegas.
As Sydney Colson drops one in with 0.6 left on the clock, but Derek Fisher said, okay, we have a couple people out. That means next man up. And Mary Murphy, to your point, this squad without Nneka Ogwumike said no excuses and stepped up and finished here in front of 10,000 plus fans.
And they will try to keep it going with Chicago on Sunday afternoon. Chicago at 6-4. A game LA had to have. Vegas takes the show on the road and just couldn't take care of the ball well enough and did not get the scoring they needed from Plum and McBride.
So a lot of happy faces for the home team. Sparks break the losing streak and stop it right there at 4. And will send Las Vegas out of LA with the loss. We'll be back with more stats and highlights as soon as we get back.